Yvonne, after, you guys inappropriately had that thing, Yvonne really seems like she's compromised. And she said, that's not what her texts read like at all. That is just not true.
He didn't know about what happened, and he would complain about her to me. And I'm like a pretty business-oriented person, and I'm like, I don't want OTV to die. What do? We need to fix this problem. Like, does she want to be a content creator? Does she want to do something else? Like, we need to talk about this, guys. And I think, yeah, and I think that's essentially what these text messages are. Oh my god. Do you guys hear my stomach? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've been up for like 30 hours and I haven't eaten since yesterday. I'll eat after. I'm so sorry. But yeah, let me get through this. So yeah, basically I'm like, for me, it's like if she doesn't want this position, like we should get someone else, like a biz dev, someone who's really passionate about it, blah, blah, blah. And it makes me mad to see me talk like this because me at that time had no motherfucking clue what happened between Fed and Yvonne and why she was acting this way. Does that make sense? Okay, thanks. I think that makes sense. And yes, we did have a lot of talks and things worked out in the end. And actually, one of the biggest conversations that led to her staying was like, I just went downstairs after some meetings that we had and I spoke to her one-on-one and I was like, and I really learned about like what she's passionate about, what she wants to do, and just hearing.
Oh, did Maya raid me?
Quick side
Thanks
note.
for the raid. Hey, I think your statement was really dumb, but I think your animal stuff is really cool. Keep up the great work. I support you and all your podcasting people.
Hired for specific positions slowly turned into content creators, so that was a bit of a sore spot, especially for me. And so I was like, please no, another one bites the dust. Like, I don't want that to happen. But really, all it needed was like a good conversation between me and her, and everything was resolved after. And I was like, no, we can make this work. Like, I can see that's not your end goal. So, like, we really, like, she's such a special part of OTV that obviously we want to make. So let's see if I'm missing anything. I think it's basically, I don't want to talk about it. Like, personally. The stuff relating to me, sure. Bucky's claim or stream. Actually, no.
People are saying that she didn't know about Yvonne at the time, but Fed said that she told her. That he told her. I hate it when there's so many pronouns, right? Isn't that like I'm pretty sure Fed said that he told her about it. And even so, regardless, I don't buy the story that like, oh, all of Yvonne changed 100%. Like, so like Yvonne was some super productive, awesome, amazing worker, and then things change 180 completely, and Pokey and no one else notices a thing. I don't believe that. Nope. I just call it a hunch or call it an intuition. I don't believe that.
Clock. And Fed would start talking to me. I'm so sorry for being much. He would talk to me.
Because keep in mind too, Pokey claimed that Fed was the one trying to get Yvonne fired. Right? Pokey said that Fed was trying to do it. She didn't say, well, I was trying to get her fired because of things that Fed told me. She said Fed was trying to do it. So she's changing the story a lot now to fit like the newly released information. Like, nah, I don't buy that. Don't buy it at all. No shot, bucko.
So this is where things get really dicey. We move into the new house and we have that new remote assistant. She's doing an awesome job and really helping. Yvonne, since her primary focus was merch, had a lot of free time, so naturally she started streaming a lot more regular and making YouTube videos. Some months passed and I get a text from Pokey with screenshots of her convo with Lily where she brings up her concerns about Yvonne becoming a content creator. I responded by saying I thought we were cool with her going the content creator route. She responds with no. She started complaining that she was getting sponsor deals, posting a lot on her YouTube, etc. She said it's very weird, IMO. I just want to clarify again. Yvonne, get that bag. Whoever, get that bag. Again, the same thing had happened to us in the past, and I just didn't want someone else to, like, be brought on board and then just become a content creator. That's what I was bothered about. If she's like, but again, we had the conversation later on where she's like, no, like that's not my end goal, and I like what I do with OTV. And that was enough reassurement for me. I don't even know what word I'm looking for. Pokey suggested getting together and making a decision as a group. And yes, that's true. I always push for meetings so that we can all discuss things instead of like me just texting Fed. I don't recall this, actually. Cortine has made a very, isn't really letter prioritized. Oh, I think this is Omega recent. Yeah, I don't really know. Okay, this is me trying to make sure offline TV doesn't die. I don't really know what he's trying to show by these messages, but I've always been someone in the group who's like,
Wait, did she not review it first?
guys, we need like consistency. We need to make sure that we have someone focusing on the group. And what happened was that, if I remember, during quarantine, Fed started streaming a lot more, and he kind of stopped being our main content guy. And can I just say, at this point, none of this matters because OTV has been fucking great for like half a year. Because
thank God for Among Us.
We now have like a decent amount of employees doing an amazing job, and I no longer have conversations
Flynn got
like
a pardon?
Things are running smoothly.
Holy
I'm
shit.
so happy about it. It's so sad to have these random one-off out of context screenshots leaked to try to make me look bad, when in reality I'm just saying, like, I care about this thing. I want to make sure it works. What do we do if Yvonne does want to be a full-time creator? What do we do now that we don't have someone working on this, on that? Like, that's really all that I'm trying to do. I hope you guys can see that. Oh, I show these DMs because they further show that I have no interest in seeing Yvonne fired. But they're DMs of me. It doesn't even have anything to do with him, in my opinion.
Well, it has to do with showing that you were the one that was pushing for Yvonne to get fired, not him.
But again, this is all irrelevant because Fed now understands. I wasn't saying he was trying to get her fired. I was saying the incident that happened between us. The incident that happened between him and Yvonne is the reason she almost stopped being a part of OTV, which makes me very sad to know.
Wait, did Maya actually host me?
In hindsight.
Or were you guys trolling?
I want to make it clear I spent months debating on whether or not to release this because I know how much pain it might cause everyone involved. I know this.
Wait,
will
why
in no
did she
way clear
host
my
me
name,
when
but it's
Miskiff
been
was streaming?
hard to
Wait,
sleep
what
at
the
night when
fuck?
I know there's so much misinformation, spiteful narratives. Blah, blah, blah. I also don't think he feels this way anymore. I think I've always been very clear that the only reason I spoke out about my negative experiences with Fed was because
Our chat was telling her to as a joke. Oh, no.
I don't know if you guys remember, but when Lily and Yvonne first came out with their statements, people were like shitting on them. And it was really just not okay. And I felt that I had to speak to his character in a sense. And to this day, I know that's something that was very impactful for both Lily and Yvonne. And I know Lily literally removed her tweet because of all the shit she was getting. Anyways, I think he said something about me collecting information. Any information I was collecting was for the intervention. Like, of course, when all us girls heard, like, oh, there seems to be a pattern here, I did start asking other girls around us, like, is everything okay? Have you had any issues like this? But it's just out of care, and it's out of, like, wanting the intervention to go well and for the right people to be there and for him to really understand the impact he's had on others. Very recent, and this was the first time I opened up about my past experiences with Fed to all the girls in our friend circle.
Здорово.
And this led to everyone slowly opening up about their negative experiences with Fed. Mind you, I felt like it was a good enough time to talk Yeah, I think this could be a good time to talk about. I did have a lot of pent up resentment towards Fed. Maybe I should read a bit more from my document. I think that would be helpful. But essentially, I just want to speak to that real quick.
Wait, Double Lift retired?
It is true, I did, but that's one of the main reasons why I tried to move out. That's it. I felt like it was a me problem. I was like, listen, we have like baggage. Our friendship is not what it once was, and I saw him differently.
Maradona died? I have no idea who the fuck that is.
And I was like, you know what? I love OTV. I don't want to cause any issues. So I started making plans to move out. And do you guys, would it be helpful if I spoke more in regards to that?
Прячь
I don't know if
игрушку.
that's an important point. Okay. Because I also think there are like all these conspiracy theories that like I wanted Fed out of OTV or stuff like that. I want to make it really clear. I had no agenda when it came to Fed, and I think the biggest testament to that is that I moved out before he did. I was planning to move out to deal with my own resentment towards him and my own issues way before Yvonne came out with her statement and before Fed left the house. I think if I wanted to kick him out, like I would have just stayed and tried to, you know, like to me it just doesn't make sense. But also to further elaborate on why I moved out, and at the time I just didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't want any potential negative
Ладно,
speculation
чувак,
surrounding
подходи,
OTV.
когда слова
But
вспомнишь.
essentially, a big part of it was just not really feeling comfortable.
Не,
with
ну
him.
это хамство.
Again, I don't want to badmouth him too much. I'm just saying that's how I felt, and I didn't want to feel that way in my own home. And also, I just wasn't close enough with anybody else in the house back then. I also felt like there were kind of barriers in certain places there, which luckily have broken down over the last few months, and I'm so happy. Like, I have never loved everybody in OTV more
Знаешь,
than
что
I
ты
do
такой
today.
воинственный? Слушай,
Genuinely.
ты кого хочешь задолбаешь,
But
чертяка.
when prior to moving out, I just felt like Fed was the closest person I was with. Our friendship had kind of soured, and I wasn't as close with anyone else. So I was like, listen, I'm just gonna take myself out of the equation so we can still make content together and everybody is happy together. And I'm gonna go live with some girls, no boy drama, and hopefully also a better separation of my work and personal life, because that is of large importance to me.
Wait, how is it a separation of work and personal, like to move away from the people that you're working with?
Better
Or
explain my decision-making process for
does
me
it-
now.
wait, how much longer do you think offline TV is going to exist in a year? I bet it won't. That's my guess, but maybe not.
Okay. So let's see if I missed anything.
Or rather, I don't know if she'll continue to be part of offline TV.
Oh, I also want to mention that on stream she was pretty supportive about me getting help and changing, yet a month later I posted a photo on Instagram captioning it, "I'm working on myself." 1 hour later she unfollowed me off all social media, and 2 hours later she posted this tweet with comments taken straight from my post. It seems she is less interested in seeing me change and more interested in seeing me canceled. And okay, he did post this like a month
Да,
after
ты
everything
знатный
happened.
болтун, я смотрю.
And I did tweet. I was like, in this industry, a girl fucks up with a fake fish. A guy fucks up. OMG King, don't worry.
I like how she
everything's
just laughs
interesting."
off all the shit that she says.
And I won't lie, that is some petty shit I did. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, they're unrelated. You know, like, yeah, I saw it and I was like, I feel like it's a bit soon. And I just, you know, I didn't want to see it. Or maybe I tweeted no petty finger knot. I don't know if this is like something I'm supposed to apologize for. I think I'll just admit, like, yeah, I did this. Is it the nicest thing? No, but also, I was just so over it. I was really just so over it. And I'm gonna be honest about that. Oh, I will also admit, try to be like as transparent as possible. This also stems a little bit from seeing different situations with others, sometimes feeling like I will.
No, you can't say it was petty and then try to justify it.
I'll say some weird shit like 6 years ago, and randoms will like never let it go. So I did feel a bit of like.
That's true of literally every public figure on the internet. You think anybody lets anything go from years ago?
This is also a sort of insecurity of mine, but also just being a petty bitch sometimes. Alright, the intervention aftermath. I just want to quickly mention all the steps I took after the intervention. As a house, they agreed that they didn't want to see me burn and that I was going to release my own statement with everyone's approval. When the intervention happened, I took it all very seriously. I was so sorry and remorseful. I went back to my room feeling lost, scared, alone, completely shocked. I called 3 people and told them what happened. Should I talk about this? Because I guess this isn't really relevant to me.
I like how she keeps asking, should I talk about this? I was like, of course everyone's gonna say yes.
Well, I'll just say a little bit. Essentially, he's saying, like, after the intervention, I spoke to some people about it, and the way those people talked to people in OTV about it made OTV feel like I wasn't taking it seriously, even though Fed felt he was taking it seriously. And again, when I found this document, I actually had a very upfront conversation with him about, like, these are the specific things you did and said that made us think you weren't taking what we said very seriously, and also making us feel like you were kind of just trying to figure out what was next for you, as opposed to really reflecting on like your past mistakes. And he was like, "Oh, okay, I understand." I also want to say, throughout this entire process, what we released publicly was always in Yvonne's hands, and I think that's how it should be. I would never pressure someone to talk about something so personal publicly, and that's just the way we went about it. So it was like, Yvonne, you don't want to talk about it publicly, we won't. Now you feel like it's the right turn to, then we will. Like, that was just bottom line for me. I really wanted to, at the very least, have that private intervention and hope that it gets better. When it comes to how we handled it publicly, that's a group decision and an Yvonne decision. I mean, an Yvonne decision in regards to what she says publicly, but how we handle it was a group decision. And the world's clearly poking out a very volatile relationship. I'm certainly guilty of being inconsiderate, oversharing, and breaking trust, but I hope that this new information sheds a light on my side of things and gives a lot of much needed information provided. Never had any problems I find to be manipulative, friends, I never wanted to be fired. It glorifies me for how much and for how long this information about me and my character have been out there. Like I said, there are issues I'm working on. Yeah, I think the rest is also not related to. Let me see if I missed anything in my doc, and then we can just chit chat. I will say it is so tiring to read this document because Fed did some really distasteful things that many of our friends have done, and this kind of feels like, obviously to me personally, I might be a bit biased, but it just feels like an unnecessary diversion from the more important things. Though I do understand he feels that he was made to look worse than he is, but 2 wrongs don't make a right, and this document is just so wrong on so many levels. He was close to me for 2+ years, so has a lot of text that could make me look sus, especially out of context. I'd like to think that I've grown since then, but also, if the worst...
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Wait, what was wrong about the document? It feels like she, like, she basically laughed off all the parts she didn't want to go deep into, and then, like, wait, what was wrong about it?
And it doesn't change what he did. And at the end of the day, it's kind of just more public entertainment and drama and fodder for the subreddits. It doesn't better anyone's life whatsoever.
Ah, these were the statements that I was waiting for. Not worth going into. We've moved past it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm surprised she even went this far, though. I don't know why she went through anything.
Yeah. Also, I understand the conspiracy theories are enticing, but there is no big bad businesswoman decisions being made here. We've always told Yvonne that when it comes to this very delicate matter, it is entirely up to her. And OTV is like 23 people. We're just kidding, like 5, 6, 7, something like that. And I don't control it. I just really don't. Of course, I have a say, and I'm always trying to do my best. I'm not always perfect, but yeah. So, before I finish, ultimately, I think... wow, my throat, bruh. Yeah. Ultimately, I think it's fair to say that there's my truth, there's his truth, there's actual
Alternative
truth, and
facts.
somewhere in between.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not perfect, far from, same as Fed. I am really sad that what was once such a close friendship of mine has turned into all of this. Like, it genuinely feels like surreal. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna mentally process that. And I really hope to never have a public view like this ever again. I'm genuinely trying not to be involved in drama, hence why I spoke to him about this document weeks ago, privately, and we came to an agreement on how to handle the situation. It is unlucky that he shared it with someone who then leaked it. I hope I can show you guys who I genuinely am, who I want to be, by hopefully avoiding or properly handling these types of conflicts, because I really don't enjoy being in this situation. Also, don't forget to wish Skara and Toast a happy birthday. Let me know if I missed anything. I know avoiding misconceptions is really important so we can finally shut this motherfucking door.
I feel like this is the worst of every world that I could have hoped for. So I'm pretty sure I lost my bet with Dan because she did go line by line, but she went line by line and didn't say anything. How did we manage to get the worst of both worlds on this? Wait, what the fuck? This sucks shit.
He brings up, I think at some point, I accidentally skipped over, he brings up a fair point where he says I lied about not knowing what happened between him and Yvonne. On my stream, I said how I was so upset. Thinking back at the times, I was worried about Yvonne's behavior and how much she was or wasn't dedicated to OTV, when in reality she was acting out of and I think the way he interpreted it, and perhaps the way it was understood publicly also, is me pretending like I didn't know. But what I meant was that I had known for so many months. And then there was a point in time where I heard about what had happened, but I did not have full details. I didn't know about it to the extent that it was spoken about publicly.
This is so weaselly. Ah!
I didn't know it happened twice. You know, like, I just heard that something inappropriate happened between Fed and Yvonne. But prior to me hearing about this, which was at least half a year after the actual incident, there was a half a year of me, like, essentially, like, seeing Yvonne in a light that was false. Does that make sense? So yeah. I didn't know full details until it fully came out, but I did know at some point many months, or I had heard about it many months after it did come out. So that's where it's a bit complicated. And when I was saying, like, I'm really frustrated that I had certain thoughts, I was referring to the many months that I had no clue. And And I understand he took it as me like saying that I didn't know prior at all, but that's not what I'm trying to say. And I also like, I think even Toast said he tried to talk to Fed about it at one point. So I think I found out like a bit after Toast. But even then, I didn't know everything, and I didn't know to the severity that it was. Anyways, I bought a whole bunch of shungite rocks. Do you know what shungite is? Anybody know what shungite is? Not sugnite. I think he's locked up in prison. I'm talking shungite. Anyways, it's a 2 billion-year-old like rock stone that protects against frequencies and unwanted frequencies that sorry, bought a whole bunch of them. Put them around the La Casa, little pyramids, stuff like that. Another dog to talk about today. Alright, yeah, sorry. Please do ask me any misconceptions. I want to make sure that just fucking get it all out there. This
We
is
sub
like
and talk.
cringe overlord for me. Overlord? Overload. I'm the overlord. But yeah. I know this doesn't have much to do with the situation. Was Fed the only reason you moved out? No, not the only, but a big pushing force. Do you feel moving out has allowed you to get closer with OTV members and your current roommates? Actually, I feel like now I'd be more than happy to move back in because my relationships with everybody in the house is like way better than it was before. Crazy. So yes, it has allowed me to get closer, but I don't think it was so much moving out as it was like all this other stuff and these talks. And again, I don't want to blame Fed, but I have been a bit more comfortable with him not being around, and that has made it easier, again, for certain barriers to come down and for me to make certain connections. Not entirely his fault, but again, it was just with all the talking and the, yeah, you guys get it. Are you happy now? Very important. And after lease expires on your new house, would you consider moving back in with OTV members? I would. I am much happier now. Thank God. Is it over? Bridge burn forever. I think we are on decent terms, actually. Yeah. I mean, we talked about this. I think we all want to move the fuck on. It's not like a bridge burn because, well, not in the way it usually sounds, because I'm not here slinging shit at him. I'm not, I'm still covering up private information, even in the one screenshot I showed you guys. I'm not looking up dirt and blah blah. Oh my God, Fed's in chat.
Yeah, no
God,
shit.
my
What
life
do you
is
mean?
So fucking weird. I'm gonna cry. Does Fed know you're talking about it now? Well, yeah, seems like it. Alright, sorry, back to the question.
Is this a performance? Of course. Wait, why would you not assume that? You must know this, right? Why is she saying this? Is this for the audience? I'm so confused right now. Am I watching a play?
Miskiff leak. He said he did it, and I think he should get better content. Actually, I've changed my stance on Miskiff. I think he got better content. Yep. Miss kind of alright. Yep. Kind of a decent dude, you know what I'm saying? Kind of decent. kind of a decent dude. Alright, sorry. Back to the no more, sub-meme questions, but chat's moving so fast, I'm like, do I unsubmit it? Do you have any oh, you know what? I'm actually not gonna
Wait, I'm genuinely curious. I just don't know if she does it when she's... Does she always do, like, the gangster talk stuff? Has that always been, like, a pokey mannerism? I just don't know because I don't watch any streams at all. Yes.
I hope you continue to live with the girls, bro. I wish I could live with with OTV and with the girls at the same time.
She's from Toronto, Destiny. It's normal there?
Fine.
Oh.
Maybe if you didn't live in LA, you could. as I don't want to out of fear. I will take off sub-only mode just to see.
Fuck, I really need to do D&D, and I kind of want to move on from this, but I also know that if I get more views than Mizkif, it's really going to fucking bother him, even if he pretends it doesn't, so I kind of want to keep streaming and try to ham it up. I'm not really sure what to do right now.
Again, it was just a situation where I felt like the vibes were off, most likely due to the things that they had heard from Fed. I'm not saying that. They told me that. So again, it's not even me trying to put blame on Fed for no fucking reason. This was something that just like whacked me in the face. I wasn't looking for this conclusion. People came to me and they're like, listen.
Something that's also really bad that we won't get talked about. Wait, link me the Fed statement so I can make sure I'm not saying anything that hasn't been publicly released. Somebody link me the new Fed statement real quick.
Be working and because of that, we have to have conversations about Yvonne's position and role in the company.
I gotta reread Fed statement. One second.
Fed did complain about Yvonne to people, not just to me.
Okay, I'm sorry for I'm disrespecting Fed here. Okay, because he says at the bottom of this not to make anything public, and I'm gonna go ahead and quote this line. A while ago, Pokey and I spoke about what happened. We came to agree that keeping things private and making no further statements publicly was what was the best for both of us. To keep the document private, we wanted to heal and prevent any further harm for people involved. She would make a brief, supportive statement when I returned, and we would go our separate ways. I wonder if this meant that she saw the document and she told him, listen, as long as you don't publish that, when you decide to come back to streaming, I'll be supportive of you. This is a really yikes statement that nobody's going to talk about, but like, that feels a little blackmail-y to me. You know, like, listen, I saw your document. I understand. It's cool. Maybe you shouldn't publish that. When you come back publicly, maybe I'll make a little statement. Maybe. You know, if you don't publish it. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but yeah.
Texts that I feel don't really add much value. Like, yeah, we flirted. I don't know what else there is really for me to say. The Jody thing was just like an unfortunate petty thing. I actually wasn't trying to be possessive of him at the time. Also, all of these screenshots are from like wildly different times. So if you see screenshots from like when we were talking and then when we weren't, and then from back then later on, you're gonna think that it's like a constant push and pull. But that was never my intention. And yep, clock. Why did you call it yep clock?
Okay, fuck. I need to do D&D. Time to go torpedo my readership. Listen. I do political drama, okay? That's supposed to be the thing that I talk about. Trump pardoned Flynn today. That's supposed to be the important news of the world. Not fucking Pokemon and fucking Fedmeister. Or
sorry,
my
not the whole
Fedster?
thing.
Whatever that drama was.
I don't know why people want me to go into text where I'm like, you're cute, like who the fuck cares? Like this shit should not be out there anyways. What do you want me to say? That's what I'm confused about. Also, I think a lot of people are really, understandably so perhaps, hard pressed on like specific details about like, you guys were this close when you said you were friends and you were saying this, you were saying. I'm not saying I handled the situation perfectly. I am human being. I don't have like 10 billion years of dating experience. This was like an experience of sorts, and I'm living and I'm learning. I really I just don't know what to say. I didn't handle it perfectly. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry you guys have to read and learn about this cringy shit. But like, you're not meant to, because you were never in my shoes. You were never in his shoes. You were never a third person observer. No one can properly judge a private relationship or friendship from one person's like venting journal entries.
I like how she didn't bring up the fact that after they had a clear talk about boundaries, that in December, months and months later, she was begging him to come to her bed and sleep with him.
In my opinion. Do you guys remember what triggered this whole manifesto? This whole incident?
Hit up
something completely unrelated.
the Yvonne stuff. Always go back to that.
So again, I'm sorry. It's not that I'm trying to like intentionally be vague or pretend like I did nothing wrong. It's just like, it's just a personal situation. I didn't handle it perfectly and he didn't either, and that's really just that. That's really just that. And I feel like further, like, reading into every word isn't gonna make a difference.
Чего раска...
Also, people keep bringing up the sleepovers. I don't know if you guys remember, but Fed slept in like everybody's room. That was like an active meme.
Oh, she minimized it so much. I can't say anything because I fucking can't leak anything. He was not sleeping in other people's rooms the way that he slept in Poke's room. It's just not true. But you can all tell it by reading the messages. I can't believe she's saying it.
Happening, so it like becomes normal. And
It's obvious reading the messages. Like, do you think that he was sharing those types of messages back and forth with every other girl in the house? Does it really feel that way? Do we really think that's happening? Do we really feel like that's happening? I'm just kidding. I don't know shit, guys. I'm just making shit up for drama. But just reading the messages, okay? Reading the messages. Do you really think that he was sleeping in every single girl's room like that? Do we really believe that was the case? Like...
I totally get what you're saying about the friend thing. It's hard to be yourself and make friends if you feel uncomfortable around people or if you feel like they already don't like you. Exactly.
Not to mention the fact that we were just totally glossing over the Fed wanted Yvonne fired thing, which was not true. First, it was Fed wanted Yvonne fired. Then it was, okay, well, I wanted Yvonne fired because it was things that Fed said. Like, Then it was, I wanted Yvonne fired because of things that Fed did to Yvonne that I didn't know he'd done to Yvonne, but I wanted her fired. Like...
I think he mentioned trying to talk to Fed about it and just feeling like he couldn't get through to him as much as he wanted, or talking to Fed about just whatever issues it was. And I think it's just him, and I also wishing that things didn't go the way that they did. That's really it. Also, I'm so sorry if at any point my tone was off or anything like that. Again, I haven't slept in 30 whatever hours. And I haven't eaten in a while. So, I am not in the best state. But I hope that this provided some much needed clarity. The TLDR is essentially like shit between me and Fed. We both fucked up and we're both the F over it, really. So we hope that you guys can be too. And everything else is up to you guys to judge, because he put his side there, I put mine, and I just ask you guys be reasonable, respectful, and try to perhaps compare it to situations in your life, you know?
Bye.
Yeah.
Well.
Peter said earlier today on stream there was something he knew that was a lie in the doc. Would you want to address it? He was waiting for you to speak on it and give your
Bullshit. What a lying fuck. What is Peter? What was it? What was the lie?
I recommend Peter and anyone else to say whatever they want. I really don't want to.
Nope, he won't. I bet they won't. I bet they won't say shit. They didn't want to say anything that Pokey was going to contradict later on.
Feels for me. I don't want anyone to feel like they need to be involved. And yeah. So really, anybody's welcome to say anything, whether they want to corroborate my side, his side, you know, or just give their like third-party opinion of like, guys.
Peter basically came out and he was like, "Oh, I think Peter came out and he said one thing. He was like, there was one thing in that document, and it was wrong, but I'm not gonna say what." Like, okay, dude. Let's all take some deep breaths, okay? We have processed late drama. Somehow, we got the worst of every world. She made a very long statement where she went line by line, but she managed to address none of the juicy stuff. Managed to hand wave basically everything. And managed to be simultaneously detailed, yet completely lacking any details whatsoever. Yeah, wow. I don't really know what to say. She is a true politician. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. when I go into a chat, oh wait, hold on. I can well, let me drop some real quick hot takes while you guys are here, while I have your attention, okay? Listen to me. It is cringe, and I know at least some of you out there fit in this category, okay? It is cringe when I go into a clip or whatever, when there's some funny moment going on in a streamer's stream, and there's 4 fucking mods filling the chat with spam. If you're a mod, you're there to moderate. If you want to spam a little bit to join the chat, that's fine. Nobody wants to see your fucking spam a million fucking times over. Like, you seem like the kind of person that would like take a girl to a date at McDonald's and be like, oh, by the way, you ever see those funny clips of Lyric? Look at the side. You're gonna see my name there next to the Omega Lols 50 million fucking times, because literally all I do is smash my fucking nose over and over again on the Control V key on the fucking keyboard. Like, come on, dude. You stop, all right? Let other people celebrate. You don't have to be, especially when chat's from slow mode, and it's like the only reason you're on. Don't do that, okay? Shit, okay, hold on. When we have eyes here, what else? What other things do I hate about most of you people? Because I do. I hate most Twitch viewers. Really, I really do. What else? What else? What else? What else? Think real quick. What other hot takes do we have for the LSF community at large? Fall Guys and Among Us are trash games. Just kidding. The Fall Guys and Among Us drama that's posted on Reddit is trash. The worst arc of any LSF time period for drama has been the Among Us drama. Oh no, did you guys see the XQC shit talk the guy that called him the imposter? Did you guys? Oh my god. The Among Us drama LSF phase has been the most content drought fucking era the entire LSF history. Holy shit. What an unbelievably horrible meta for LSF drama. Terrible. We need to go back to it. You ever notice that LSF is literally just like funny clips of popular streamers? That's really all it is. There's like no it's not even like funny clips anymore. It's literally just here are like the 10 most popular LSF streamers, and here's all the clips of their communities post and then upvote about them. Sykkuno is cringe. I said it. He is. But also, I don't really care that much. He's doing really well streaming. Congratulations to him. Oh, one final statement. K-pop is shit. The culture around it is fucking horrible. The people around it are miserable as fuck. The beauty standards are literally unachievable. Garbage culture for garbage people that don't like to interact with or consume content from real breathing human beings. Some of the songs are okay, but that's it. Make a statement for Lily to play. Listen, I love Lily. She's an awesome person. I bear no ill will against her. I don't know if we'll ever talk again, but okay. Miss Kiff calls Maya. Oh, hold on, wait. More drama, real quick.
Maya.
Hi.
You think I'm an asshole for doing this?
Oh my god, are we gonna go over the LSF stuff?
No, I mean, look, you're most hated woman in battle. I mean, what you said.
I wouldn't do it. I don't like that you're doing it, but it is different from what Destiny did yesterday, because this is like Pokey talking about it. It's not a league. Like, that's what I thought was fucked up, but I don't know. I guess I'm stupid for that.
Maya, I don't care if you're on the board of Make-A-Wish. I don't care if you're on the board of animals and helping people for years. My opinion of you has changed 100%, and now I just think you're a fucking terrible, terrible person.
Anything for the content. All right, hold on.
Only a few people came and actually sent me a DM.
Smile.
Just to be chill and just to check in. Like
34 months. Hoggy Woggy, welcome back.
Destiny
to
did it.
XQCL Smile.
Hassan did a little bit. Some Twitch staff.
Thank God.
Poke, obviously.
The only reason I sent a DM to XQC is because when he came back, I told him, like, hey, dude, like, I hope you're feeling okay. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm like, awesome. Hey, when you come back, make sure to mention I sent you a DM, all right? I need to, like, build my streamer cred. Thank you, XQC. I appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I don't care if you're on the.
I think he sent me a DM when I got unpartnered, too. XQC's a cool dude. Oh! I don't know if I want to plug this to you guys. If you support Democratic senators for Congress, if you want to see Democrats own Congress, which is important in Georgia, I'm going to be doing canvassing with other people on the ground. If you're interested in that, stay tuned to my YouTube or my Twitter, where I will be tweeting out and posting YouTube videos on when we're going to get together to do canvassing. It will be in Atlanta, Georgia. If you live near there, check that out. I don't have like a central link to direct you right now, but it'll be for the Senate runoff elections for the Senate race in Georgia. There you go. Oh, Jamie on the Minority Report sucks ass. Sam Cedar needs to dump that motherfucker and get somebody with a brain to do commentary, because holy fuck. Anybody with anarcho anything in their name has worthless political opinions, and you should rightfully ignore every single thing they say. Noam Chomsky's based as fuck. Anybody that calls themselves a socialist or a communist is white, even the non-white people. All right, I love you guys. It's been fun. Stay safe. Be careful. Rip on.
Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell for the notifications. But actually, really, I just want Twitter followers, okay? Bye.
I get enough, I can run for president.
What Destiny did last night was fucked up. That's my take. He's a piece of shit for that.
Иди своей дорогой, сталкер.
Чего расскажешь?
Зачем в окошко залез? А я-то не растерялся, говорю. Так это ж зашел водички попить. Смотрю, никого нет, вот и залез. Ага. А оно мне говорит, ах, водички. Нету, Ваня, здесь водички.
Вот она, работа. Других защищать. Чего расскажешь?